Okay, so workflows are basically used to automate the processes. Okay, so when I say automate the processes, what I mean is, for example, you have some certain protocols, or you can say set of actions that you need to take. Okay, and that are predefined. Okay, instead of doing it manually, like what you do manually, you are trying to replace that with the workflow. So the processes will automatically take place. Like if you go for an approval, okay, so what you're doing, you're seeking for approval, you're adding a member for the approval process, you're requesting for approval. Okay, so you can automate the approval process, that there will be a person who will be added in the approval list, so he needs to approve it. Okay, then we have set values, so you can set values to particular fields. Okay, if certain conditions are true. Okay, so yeah, so there are various actions that you can do. Okay, and you can automate the process. So let me just show you. Okay, fine. So workflows you will find under, so there's the application menu called as workflow. So there you will find something called as workflow editor. So this is where we create workflows. Okay. So if you open it, it will open in some other tab. It's like an IDE of, just how you create a Java application. It's like you are creating a workflow. Okay, fine. So here you can see there are some list of workflows already present. Okay, so you can see published and checked out. Okay, first let me explain you the difference between them. So published is like you are just you know you're putting that workflow into use. Okay, so that workflow will be utilized by the tables. Okay, so it will be started. It will get utilized. Okay, and what is checked out? Checked out means if you want to make some changes. So yeah, you can just check that particular workflow out, and you can just work on it, and then you have to publish it. Okay, if the workflow is in a checked out state, it is not going to be utilized by the instance. Okay, so whatever workflow you're creating,
It is kind of we use SVN or Git. It is similar to that functionality, publish and checkout.
I'm not so much aware about the Git, and what else did you say?
SVN.
Yeah.
Basically, we used to commit the code in the on the server.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, that's right. So
that's
that's
the
right.
way it's work.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So firstly, it's in a preview state. So when we say checkout, that means it's in a preview state. It's in a compilation process.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So once you check out, you just try reviewing it. That if the processes are fine. Okay. If it's okay, then you can publish it, and it will start getting used. Okay. So yeah. So here you can see the list of all the workflows that are present. Okay, and you have one more tab here called as code. Okay, so what it is? So you will see this option once you create a new workflow. Okay, so let me just create a workflow. Let me give a name here. Maybe uh, okay, incident with network. Incident network category. Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah, so in this table, I'll add the target table. I'm submitting it right now. Okay, so here you don't have much, like you just have the name of the workflow, table, description, like you can give the description of the workflow that you're creating. Okay, and then you have conditions. So if you want to add some extra conditions when your workflow should begin, so you can add that condition. Okay, so if it matches, then your workflow will start executing. So yeah, you can give here. So because I'm trying to create a workflow when the incident category is network. Okay, so I'll add category is network. Okay, submit. Just give me a moment. So once you have created this, just started this creating this workflow, you will see two activities here. So everything in workflow, like all these boxes which you see, these are nothing but activities. Okay. So first one is the begin activity. Okay. So it has the condition where your workflow will start executing. Okay, and then we have end activity. So whatever activity you want to perform, like whatever actions that you want to take, it has to be between the begin and the end activity. Okay, so yeah, so as you can see here in the course, you have list of all the activities that you can add in this workflow. Okay, okay. Right. So yeah, so this one, what you can see, like this square, yellow square. Okay, so this is called as node. Okay, so remember these terms. So this is called as node. Okay, and this line which you can see, which is connecting the begin and end, is called as transition. Right. So right now I'm just removing this transition between begin and end because I'm going to add some activities in between them. Right. So. Right. So my workflow, let me explain you the requirement. Okay. So here we have one incident. Okay. So whenever the incident is added to a network category, let's say, okay. So in that incident needs to go for approval, that whether it's a valid incident or not. Okay. So it needs to go for an approval process to maybe a user or maybe a group. Okay. So once it is approved, then you will set the values in the incident. Maybe you will set the state to in progress, okay? Or if it is rejected, you will set the incident state to maybe cancelled, okay? So yeah, so once you have set the values, then we'll add tasks and we'll do some more activities. Okay, so first let's begin. Let's create a approval activity here. Okay, so yeah, I'll add approval. Okay, so in the approvers list, you have to add the approvers. It may be the user, it may be groups. Okay, so, yeah. Add administrator. Just give me a moment, please. Okay, so I'll add system admin. Why is it not coming? Okay, I got. So I'm adding the system administrator as a approval user, as a approval. Okay. So in the groups, you can add some groups whom you are sending this approval do. Okay, so yeah. So in this, you can directly, it's a reference to the group field, group table, and as you can see over here, over here, the fields will be dynamically added. So, for example, the incident is assigned to a particular group. Okay, maybe some group like network. Okay, so the approval should go to the network group. Okay, so this particular request will be added dynamically, like approval process will be added dynamically. So whoever is the group added in the assignment group, okay, so it will be added dynamically. So for dynamic processes, you have to use this button, okay, whom you want to add the approval to. So right now I'm just keeping it for the user only. Okay, so yeah, so wait for anyone to approve, everyone to approve. Okay, so what is anyone to approve? If you have added a group in the approval list, okay, so if anyone approves out of that group, okay, their workflow, like your request is approved. Okay, if you select everyone to approve, that means that entire group, all the members has to approve that, right? Okay, then first response from anyone. So if a user in the group does any activity or makes a response to the request, okay, then your request is approved. Okay, and condition based on the script. Okay, so you can make some write some scripts for the approval process. Okay, so this is how you do the approval.
Gautami, what is the difference between go back to the option
Okay.
selection?
Mm-hmm.
Then there is no difference between the anyone to approve and the first response from anyone, right? I mean,
No. See, in anyone to approve, you have to, explicitly you have to approve it. Like, as you know, you have an option, right? Approve or reject. You have buttons. So anyone to approve means if anyone clicks on that approve out of that group, okay, it is approved. First response from anyone means like when we created SLAs. You remember that we created some response, right? Right? So if anybody responds to that particular approval, maybe does some activity on that, okay,
okay.
so it will be approved. It doesn't need to click on the approval one.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so I'm right now adding system admin. Let me add a few more users. Maybe I'll add Abel tutor. Okay, fine. So once I have done the approval, okay, so as you can see, I have got two nodes here. Okay, one is for approved, another one is for rejected. So according to if it is approved or rejected, I have to set the values. So how I can do that? Go to utilities. So here you will find something called as set values. Okay, so I'm going to set few values, okay, depending on whether it is approved or not. Okay, so I'll not tell you stages now. So stages we'll know when we work on the execution flow. Okay, so right now we'll not see stage. Okay, so we'll only focus on the workflow part. So execution plan is something similar to workflows, but it's more simple thing. Okay, so yeah, so we'll see this. Okay, so we are trying to set the values. Okay, so what all fields we'll set? We'll set state of the incident. Okay, so if it is approved, then I'm going to make it in progress. Okay, I'll add a work note. the incident is approved. Fine. What else we can add? So yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so we'll change the state. We'll add a work note. Fine. That's it. Now I'm going to save it.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm setting it. And I'll again set value when the status is rejected. Okay, when the request is rejected. So I'll add rejected. Set these values. So what all I'm going to do, I'm going to change the state to cancel. That incident is invalid, so I'll just cancel it. And then I'll add work note. The incident is rejected. Fine. That's it. Okay. Then I'm submitting it. Okay, so I'm just trying to add a transition here. Fine. So I have added these activities till now. Okay, so what is the next thing that we are going to do? So if it is approved and the incident is valid one, okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to add some tasks. Like we are going to, add people to validate, to check what is the issue, and will assign them the process, means how they can resolve that network related issue. Okay, so we are going to how they can repair that particular device or whatever the network issue is. Okay, so for what we have to do, we will create some tasks here. So what do I mean by task? So with every ITIL related tables that you have, maybe it is incident problem. I think I told this earlier also. Maybe we have incident problem, change, service catalog. Okay, so all these ITIL related table will have one child table called as incident task or problem task or service cat SC underscore task. Okay, so all these tables actually hold the tasks. Okay, so that are related to a particular table. So right now I'll create some incident and tasks related. Okay, so I'll create some incident tasks. So first I'll just evaluation of the issue. Okay, so I'm adding a task called as evaluation of the issue. Okay, so the task type here, I'm going to add incident task. Okay, so see, so we have this table called as incident underscore task. Fine, so priority I'm not going to add. Yeah, so then we have this checkbox. So this is one important question in interview. They might ask you that, for example, in a workflow, you have multiple tasks. Okay, so how you can make sure that the second task should start after the first task has ended. Okay, so how you can make sure of that? So can anyone tell me that how you can do that? Like, what do you think we should do that, the second task should start after the first task is completed? Anyone has any idea?
Making wait of that second task.
I think we have to enable this checkbox.
Yes. Okay. So yes, so the simplest way is to enable this checkbox. Otherwise, we have to write some scripts, which we don't want now. Okay. So they have added this this particular field. Okay, very newly, so that the second task starts only after the first task is completed. If you don't add this one, okay, so parallelly all the tasks will get loaded, which you don't want right now. Okay, so wait for completion of the first task. Okay, yeah, so fine. So yeah, so what I have to do now, I will just create a task and I'll add some Yeah, I'll fill up some values in that task record. Okay, so first one which I'm going to.
Gautami, if we want to
Mhm,
make that task run after a
mhm,
specific interval of time, do we
mhm.
have any option of doing it?
Yes, you have a timer. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, so you have where is it? Wait.
I mean, wait for completion will work, but I
Yeah, I understand. You are saying that maybe wait for 5 minutes or
yeah,
10. Yeah,
that's all. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So we have timers here. Okay, so what you can do, you can add the timer. Okay, so it will pause for some time, like maybe you want to add for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever timing you want to add. So you can just add the timer activity in between them. Okay, so you can use this one.
If we are setting up the timer, it will
Mhm.
get set for this specific task, right?
No. Okay. Let me just type. Fine. So because I'm trying to add an activity after the set value, okay, and you're saying that you want this task to start after some period of time.
Right.
Yeah. So what you can do, you can add the timer activity
Okay.
in between the task and set value.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
You got it? So once the timer gets completed, then it will resume to the next activity.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So where was I? I was creating task. Okay.
And do we have any option to identify whether the task is executed or not? I mean,
Yes, you have. You have.
logging.
Yeah, I'll show you that. So we have workflow logs. Okay, so there you can see where exactly the workflow is stuck or
Okay.
where exactly it is executed. I'll show you that. Okay, so let's set some values in the task field, like task record. So I'll add short description, network evaluation. Okay, in the description, I'll just leave the description. I'll assign it. Assignment group will be network. Okay, and then assigned to will be maybe I'll add Apple data here, or maybe I'll add Powerlogy here. Yeah, fine. That's it. Yeah, that's it. So I'm adding these three fields in the task record. Okay, so these fields I'm setting in the incident task record. Okay, so yeah, I'll submit it now. Fine. Let's. I'll just try to add this. Okay, so I have created one task called as evaluation. Okay, so next task which I'm going to add is for the repair process. Okay, so I'll add one more task here. Repair. Fine. So here I'm going to add incident task. Values. Short description. I'll add repair. Okay.
Both me,
Yeah. Yes, Sanjeev. Oh, Nagarj.
Nagarjuna, I
Yeah.
think it's same as set value in the utilities. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but what is the difference between the utility, set value and task? Here also we are setting the values for that
Ah,
particular
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, here also we are setting values. There also we were setting values. So what is the difference? So here we are not setting value in the target table. Okay. So here we are setting value in the task table. See. So what do I mean by task? Okay. So let me just. I think I will not be able to show you until I execute this. Let me still try. Let me add that related list. See. So this is incident task. Okay, so where we were setting value, we are setting value in the incident task. Okay, if I open this new record, see. So what I'm doing there, I'm setting value for short description, assigned to, okay, and assignment group. So I'll add this assignment group. Just a moment. Okay, form layout. I'm adding assignment group here. Fine. So here, what all we are adding? We are adding short description, assignment group, and assign to. So we are setting value in the incident task. Okay, task is different and incident is different. You understand, Nagarjuna?
Yes.
Okay, so this set value is different from that set value. Okay, fine. So repair. What should I write here? Repairment. In progress, maybe. Okay. So repair. Then we have description. Then we have assignment. Assignment group will be same network. Get assigned to will be maybe this time I'll add Abraham Lincoln. Okay, fine. Yeah, so I'll save it now. I'll tell you about schedule, so don't worry. So yeah, so I'm adding this transition. Fine. So I added these tasks. Okay, and yeah, so once the task is completed, what I'm going to do, I'm going to once this task is completed, I'm going to again set values. Okay, set values in the incident table. So I'm going back to set values. So now what I'm doing, I'll just change the state to closed or maybe resolved. Okay. And then I'm trying to add workload. It's resolved. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So I'm adding these. I'll save it. Right. So like this. Yeah. So this one will directly end if it is rejected. Okay, and this will end here. Right. So yeah. So I have now created a very simple, basic workflow. Yeah. Okay. Any questions till now? Oh, on this workflow before I publish this? Any questions here?
No.
Okay, fine. So I'll just publish it. Okay, so before publishing, you can validate it whether it's fine or not. So it will show you if there is any critical warning. So there's no warning or any critical signal. So yeah, so I'll publish it now. Fine, so it's published. Okay, so let's start. So we'll go to incident and I'll create a new incident. Okay. Okay, so it has to be network. The category has to be network. Short description. Yeah, I will save it. Just give me a second. What went wrong? Okay. Just a moment. Okay, network issue. This is duplicating. Alright. Fine. So I created this one. Fine. So now, what was the first step? That it should go for an approval process, right? So I'll add this approval tab here. Then go to configure. We'll go to configure. What happened? Okay. Here's the approval. Approvers. Okay. Fine. So I added in the workflow that it should go for approvers, system admin, and Apple tutor, right? So it has come here, as you can see. Fine. If you want to know where is your workflow executing, so what you can do, you can just go to context. Okay, so what is in the context? You will find active context and all context. So all context will have all the workflows which are even not executing now and which are in a completed state. So you can see all those workflows in all contexts. And if you want to see the currently executing workflows, then you have to go to active context. Okay, so what was the name? Just add the name field. So insulin network category. Okay, so let's see where it's executing. Go to show workflows here. Okay, see, so the green symbol shows that it's right now in the approval activity. Okay, it's waiting in the approval activity. So let's approve it so we can see. I have given anyone to approve as you know the approval process. So I'll just quickly approve it. Okay. So yeah, so again this redirection has come here. So I'll just refresh this. Okay. Didn't. Okay. Okay, so I think I have added everyone to approve. Okay, so let's approve it from admin end also. Okay, so Apple data. Yes, I'll approve it. Right. So both of them has approved. Now let's, yeah, so as you can see, the new task is created. And in the set, for set values, we got the state in progress. Okay, so it worked fine. You can see the work node is added, incident is approved. Okay, and I have got the task also, the first task. Okay, so if I open it, so you can see the short description is added, assignment group, assigned to is added. Okay, let me complete this. Wait, let's close complete. I'll add a work node. Completed. Okay, I'll update this. Fine. So once I have closed this, okay, as you can see, one more task has been added. Okay, so if you would not have checked that box, wait for completion, then both of the tasks have loaded parallelly. Okay, so if you want them to execute one by one, you have to check that. So yes, so I'll just close this one also. Update. Okay, resolution code as mandatory and close notes are mandatory. Okay, yeah. So why is it saying this? Because in the workflow I have added that the state should go to resolved once this task has got completed, right? But we have added a data policy also that in order to change the state to resolved, okay, so we have to make sure that we add resolution code and resolution note, right? So that's why it's throwing that error. So I'll add that. Okay, so let's add that in the workflow itself. So what we can do, we can just click here and check this out. Okay, so I'll just check this out and okay, in the after repair set values, I'll add two more fields, resolution note and resolution code. So yeah. Fine. Now I'm going to publish it again. Fine. So yeah. So let's quickly create some incidents again. One incident. I think I lost that tab. Fine. Fine. I'm creating it. New incident. Added test. Sorry. Okay, so I'm adding test one. I'll add caller as Helen Morton. Excuse me, guys. Okay, fine. So I'll make the category as network and submit it again. Sorry, guys. So I got very sick. Fine. So I'm going to change the state to approved. Yeah, so state went to in progress. And the notes, I got the workload. Okay. Fine. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to complete this task. And this one also. Fine. So yeah, so once I have completed, so I can see the resolution code and resolution note has been added. Okay, and I have got a work note as well. Okay, so yeah, so with this, my workflow should have got executed successfully. So let me just refresh it. So I won't find it anymore in the active list because it has got completed. So okay, so I can see one in the finished state. Fine. So you can see all the steps I've got completed. Okay, so this is how we work on the workflows. Okay, any questions till now on whatever we have seen? Okay, so basically we use workflows in the knowledge, okay, and we use workflows when we work on service catalog. Okay, so these two are the major areas where we use workflows. Okay, so this was only for the incident. We'll also see how you can configure workflows for the service catalog. Okay, so yeah.
Got me?
Yeah. Yeah, Sheeta.
Yeah, got me here. Our first approver was system administrator, right? And
Yes.
second approver was Alan Martin.
Able tutor. Able tutor.
Able tutor. Okay. So, are we not supposed to approve this from their login? Like,
Yes.
were we?
Yes. Correct.
How did you approve it from system administrator? Both the approvals?
Yes, you're absolutely correct. Okay, so this thing I did it because I'm an admin. Okay, so admin can do everything, but then still you can control these kind of access from ACLs, like we have seen ACLs. So you can control access to these kind of records using ACLs, but majorly because I'm an admin, so I have approved from their end. Okay, so but in general, when you have to approve, when a user has to approve, so how you can do is, let me just show you that. Okay, so my approvals, yeah. So under self-service, you will find my, my approvals. Here you can see all the approval request. So you will get all those approval request records here. Okay, so
Okay.
so this is how it works. But just because I'm an admin, because just to show you immediately,
Okay.
so I have approved it.
Okay. And also, these approvers, will they get any notification like there is a incident waiting for my approval or something like that?
Yes, your question is correct. So what you can do, you can add a notification activity.
Okay. Okay.
You can run the script because while showing a notification, I think showed you that how you can call an event from a business rule, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, so that same line, that gs.event queue, that same statement you need to write in the run script. Okay, so
Okay.
it will call a notification event and then it will trigger a notification.
Okay.
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 So yeah, so you will find notification related activities like create event and notification. So you can add notification here
Okay.
wherever you want.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Fine. Any other questions?
The approvals activity,
Mm-hmm.
manual approvals and approve. What's the difference between manual and approval?
What is the difference between manual approval and what?
Approval user.
Where is
The
okay?
second one it is an approval user, and last but one manual approval is there, right?
Yeah, let me show you this one moment. So I personally have not explored this one, manual approval. Okay, so let me get back to you on this one. Okay, so let me just explore this one. Okay, yeah, Nagarjuna, I'll tell you about this one tomorrow. Right? Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, Nagarjuna, tell me.
Yeah, I got a question about here. What are the stages of workflow like that?
What are the?
Stages of workflow.
Yes. So, so I told you, right, that stages like procurement is a stage, repairing is a stage, evaluation is a stage. So, stages are like custom. Okay. So, you can create your own stages. So, the stages, we work on stages when we do execution flow, execution plan. So, when we learn execution plan, then you will come to know what are stages. If you open a particular activity, you will see a stage field. Okay, so that's coming from the execution plan. So right now we are not working on that. So once we learn execution plan, I'll tell you what are stages. Okay, so yeah.
Can we add any more activities in the already defined activities?
Yeah, so you can check out, like, see, right now I've checked this
Not,
out.
not there in the editor. In the right
Mm-hmm.
uh, area, we have
Sorry?
approval user, approval conditions, notifications, right? The right
Haha.
core,
Haha.
core area,
Core area.
core
Which
area,
one?
workflow,
Fourth.
core area, man. Core activities, core activities.
Okay. Okay.
Total right side.
Okay.
Yeah, here, right. Come
Okay.
again. Come right side, total right side.
Okay. If okay, total right side. Yeah. So
Uh,
I'm on the right side only.
yeah, come again. One more.
Okay.
Close
Okay.
core right. Here it is. Core
Uh-huh.
activities. Here, approval.
Oh, okay. Okay, this one. We are
Yes,
talking
yes.
about this one. Tab.
Approval
Yeah,
core.
code tab. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we add any more activities here in the core?
No, 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 no. So this is out of the box. Okay. So these are all the list of activities that you can add. So you cannot add anything more than this. If you want to do something more complex and
Because while we
okay.
are having the timer,
Mm-hmm.
I found that one SLA timer activity.
Mm-hmm.
So, but here it is not available. The
Okay.
timer. It's the only single timer it is.
Where did you see SLA timer?
SLA workflow. Workflow it
Mm-hmm.
contains SLA timer
Mm-hmm.
activity.
Mm-hmm.
If it is moving SLA moving to 25%, one notification.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
One
yeah,
notification.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
that workflow there is an SLA timer of activity like that.
Mm-hmm. 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 No,
Then I
right
don't
now
know
it's
what is
no,
how to add
no,
that.
it's not there. Yeah. So it depends on the releases to releases, okay? And maybe if they add any patch, so you will get some more activities. But then we don't have any choice to add any more activities more than this. Okay, so you have to uh, like utilize only these.
Okay, then how can we notify the user about the SLA completion time, like 25%, 50%?
Okay, so that you can do through running script also. Okay, so we have this run script. So whenever you face such kind of custom requirement, you can run a script. Okay, so over here, you can execute, that you're going to track the timer, like SLA timer. So you can use that. You can run a script to, just uh, check the timing. Okay, so uh, maybe I can help you on this one, but yeah. So right now the SLA timer is not here. I can't find it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, one more thing. How to add a workflow in a workflow? Not about the subflow,
Mm-hmm.
workflow.
Like you want to add a workflow into a workflow. Like,
Yes, yes.
where did you get that question?
In interview, I got the question, but I tried to find out
Uh
in
huh.
the dogs,
Uh
but
huh. Uh huh.
so that's why I was.
Okay. Fine. So I personally have never added a workflow into a workflow. Maybe I have to check that also.
I heard about the sub workflows,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't also heard about that adding workflow to workflow.
Mm-hmm.
I got it 2 times in.
Because I have created multiple such, maybe hundreds of workflows, but I never have worked on such things. But let me check and get back to you on this one.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Hello.
Fine. No issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nagarjuna, I can hear you.
What about the rollback? Some rollback or back out something?
Roll back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can come back to the previous activity. Okay. So you can roll back to the previous state. Okay. So that's rollback. So you can just play around with these activities and create some of your own workflows. Okay, so basically the ones which we use commonly would be first one is the approval, set values. Then we have notification, creating task. Okay, we have run script. So these are the ones which we commonly use. Okay, so yeah, then some conditions if switch, all these conditions. Okay, so yeah, so these are the ones which we commonly use. So fine, any other questions? Okay, fine. So is there any questions, guys? Okay, fine. I'll just share this recording with Sai so he can just share with you. Fine. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. Bye bye. We'll meet tomorrow same time.
Okay.
Okay.